consider as a form of a prayer in the form of a letter that came from a mom that was printed in one of our local newspapers here, and I'll abbreviate just parts of it. It's from a Pamela Macaluso in Geneva. In my heart, I carry a great and profound amount of respect and gratitude for Judge Doyle and for all who are involved in this blessed gift called the drug court. Drug addiction is like a cancer. It eats you up inside, it depletes your soul, and you desire to merely exist. Before anyone decides to take a seat in passing of judgment court, I would like to ask you to first drive your car to the west side of Chicago, park a few blocks from drug corners, and walk the streets looking for your son or your daughter. Look at rat-infested buildings, the boarded up windows, and the wet spots on the sidewalks where some dope-sick person has just vomited because he couldn't get his fix fast enough. Smell the air because it smells like decaying flesh. And if you're brave enough to walk through drug jungle, as I did myself, looking for the person that was once my son, you can look into the eyes of the lost, helpless, hopeless, gray-skinned, hollow-eyed, walking dead, zombie-looking, alienated people of all ages. Yes, I walk those streets at night alone, looking for my son, crying and praying, not knowing if I would ever even make it back to my car alive. My son stood. My God, can you imagine what a mother must feel? My son stood before Judge Doyle with one foot in his own grave. He had no life left. In his eyes, no self-control, physically, mentally, and emotionally dead. He wanted to die and was there, and there was no reason to live. He believed that living in a park and shooting up dope at bedtime was rational behavior. It was Judge Doyle's expression I first noticed when my son Jeremy stood in front of the courtroom. Judge Doyle's face was full of passion, sympathy, and concern. I listened to him speak to Jeremy as if he could relate to all of his pain and misery. I could not fight this demon alone any longer. Judge Doyle is a dedicated and honorable man who I believe to be a gift from a higher power for all who struggle with the fight of addiction. He has been given the strength and the wisdom, along with the gift of grace, to understand the needs of those who suffer with addiction. Why is it that what is not understood or is beyond the ordinary intellect, people want to destroy? I am blessed in the fact that my son was able to stand before Judge Doyle. He is the very reason Jeremy is alive today. It is because of his determination, his guidance, and his faith through a higher power that my son can wake up every morning and go to work, smile, and live again. If not for you, there would not be a tomorrow for my son, nor for myself, or for so many others whose lives you have touched. Although the drug-addicted participants of Judge Doyle's program do not have to retain an attorney to represent them before the court, they do learn to become self-sufficient, tax-paying citizens who do not depend on the system of the state to become their caretakers. So with that, thank you very much for coming tonight. God bless you.